The road to Redbull Wololo Legacy continues, and we've got the semi-finals between 3DB and Wham for the July weeklies. This is going to be a fantastic set. I can feel it already. Wham and B, two fantastic players in Age of Empires 4. We've got 3DB playing in blue in the southeast corner of the map as the Delhi Sultanate. In the northwest corner of the map, playing in red as the Holy Roman Empire, is Wham. Map is Cauldron, so we've got this center area where there's lots of fishing ships, which you can see both players are going for. A bit of a running joke on this channel actually, because when I say fishing ships, it sounds a lot like fish and chips. But let me know, do you guys like fish and chips? I certainly do, but you have to be in a good mood for it. A certain mood for it. Can't be having it all the time. And this is the interesting part about Delhi Sultanate and this play, because the fishing ships can actually harass villagers, can harass other fishing ships, but not particularly well with just one. You're going to need more than one, that's for sure, because these guys will heal up in the dock. And this villager not going to be able to take shorefish though, but that does actually hinder him a little bit. Not huge amounts here, but this villager getting really effective and efficient gathering speeds here on the shoreline. Holy Roman Empire though, incredibly strong economy, so that won't hurt him too much, all things considered there for Wham. No early mosque for 3DB. Going for the woodline first, which obviously makes sense on a map like Cauldron because you need to get those docks up, well the first dock at least, and then get those fishing ships out. You see the upgrades coming in for free. Going to be getting wheelbarrow relatively soon as well. There we are. It's been queued up, as well as survival techniques. Nice patch of deer here actually. Just a wall up here, in fact to the wall, to the cliff. That could be an incredibly nice spot here for free food gathering if he needs to, if he gets pushed off the center, which he probably won't to be fair. But we shall see. The gold position is a little bit sticky. A little bit sticky there for 3DB. Pretty much out in no man's land, has to be said. Holy Roman Empire's gold, not too bad actually there, all things considered. Especially compared to, I mean, that's a bit crazy, I have to say. Barrett's going down for 3DB early. Holy smokes, what is he planning? Is he planning an outpost rush or something crazy? Because, I mean, what's going on here? This is definitely off-meta play, but I mean, should we really be surprised about seeing off-meta play when you've got 3DB? I think not. Holy Roman Empire is supervising exactly 0 vills on wood. What's going on? Holy moly, these guys are going to the wood line in the front. What is going on? I don't understand. This is a bit crazy. Villagers coming off wood, go to build an outpost, rushing it up with 4 villagers. Holy moly, he really wants that outpost up, doesn't he? I think this might be an outpost rush for the Holy Roman Empire. Sending 4 villagers to do so, that's a little bit crazy. He wants to deny the food as quickly as possible, I guess, but it's a bit overkill. He notices the villagers, but a little bit too late. Not going to get too much damage. He'll manage to pick out 1 villager, maybe. Oh, that's good. Got 1 villager at least, but it was a little bit too late. If he noticed that earlier, it would have been able to do so much more damage. But it is what it is. But now the thing is, these 4 villagers, if B pays attention, he might be able to keep them idle. In fact, the villagers are going to come out now for Wham. Go to that wood line in the front line. A lot of fish and chips there available for 3DB, gathering the food. That's right, I said fish and chips, damn it. Spearman going to come out just to avoid the annoyingness of the scouts. There's the mosque going up. Going to be getting the efficient production once that's built. But yeah, no landmark being built so far. Both players obviously investing a lot into wood. Say that. Look at this. Ark and Chapel is going to be there for Wham. Getting an outpost on the gold as well. I suspect this is going to be a fast castle build. I think that's what it's going to be. Spearman going forward. 3DB trying something crazy here. 2 spearmen going forward. 3 spearmen there. I get the feeling this has just held 3DB back a lot though. To get to the food ledge, he's nowhere near. Guys, he's absolutely nowhere near the food count. Got a lot of fish and chips though. Alright, we'll see what happens here, because it looks like Wham will be getting to the food ledge very, very soon. It's actually using a lot of villagers to do that. That's a good 7 villagers, guys. He means business, that's for sure. Okay, Spearman going forward there. Getting a bit of damage though from the outpost. It's not ideal. Delhi Sultanate fishing ships now looking to take out the Wham's ones. The Holy Roman Empire there. As you can see though, it's only got 3, so it can actually dock them all or garrison them all, which is quite nice. Looking to torch down their outpost. That's not going to happen. There's the food ledge for Wham. But the food income is going to be cut off there for Wham relatively badly. No fish and chips there for him. 10 villagers on food though. Most of them are going to be the fish and chips. Actually, only 3 though. Where are they? I'm so confused. Where are his villagers? There must be somewhere on the map. Let's take a look. No, they are there. They're on wood there, and it's the sheep. It's the sheep that's gone too bad. Yeah. Rebalance the economy, going for... Wait, what is this trade post? Jeez Louise, it's right next to the town centre. Do both players have it? Yeah, both players have it as well, actually, to be fair. Kind of weird and awkward, isn't it? Oh, yeah, there's a lot of fishing ships, though. Oh, just doesn't manage to get... Oh, uh-oh. That's a problem for B. That's a huge problem for B. That is a galley, guys. That's not going to go down. You get the feeling the spearmen have to get involved here. The spearmen get involved, there might be an opportunity, but not really. This whole galley is going to kill everything. Outpost not going up in time for 3DB. This could be GG. I think this is GG right here because the fishing ship's going to be denied. He's not in the fuselage just yet. 3DB is still not in the fuselage. My god, that's such a heavy investment in the spearmen. And he's not even on his way. Oh my god. So far away from the next stage, and that's really going to hurt him. Galley doing so much damage here. Spearman going down. Galley's being repaired so heavily. And this is so much idle time on the fishing ships as well. Look at the value that Wham is getting from this one galley. He's got villagers behind that repairing, has he? No, it's just that quickly that it repairs. And oh, it looks like it's trying to trap him in, but it's the galley's still being repaired. Despite 12 fishing ships. My god, still not managing to kill that one galley. And that's a problem for 3DB. Efficient production is now in for 3DB. But he's got no production building. Well, he's got the barracks. That's all he's got. Still in the Dark Age. He's gone so heavy on the water. A little bit greedy there, you have to get the feeling. There's 2 galleys on the field now. These guys are going to go down. Once they do, you see the fishing ships aren't going to survive. He's going to be able to get to the next stage now with a landmark. It's going to be the Dome of the Faith, but you get the feeling at 8 minutes. I mean, Wham's going to be in the castle age in the next 2-3 minutes, I suspect. Maybe a bit longer than that. Maybe 4 or 5 minutes, but still. This is intense. A lot of fishing ships going to go down, and that might be the end of it because there's just no food economy now for 3DB. That is it. 3DB calls it. Wham takes the first game of the set. That was a quick one. But holy moly, 3DB, I'm sure we'll be back with a banger in the second game because he needs to. He needs a response. It's the best of 3, so Wham gets the first game, and we shall see what the response will be from 3DB in the next game. Don't go anywhere. That game's coming right up. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, with game number 2 between Wham and 3DB, with Wham playing in the east corner of the map, the northeast, in blue as the French, and on the southwest we've got 3DB playing as a Chinese in red. The map is 4 lakes. I mean, what can I say, guys? The last game was a little bit crazy, very quickly over, but 3DB is going to want a response. And you know what? 3DB playing as a Chinese gives us flashback of the last round, the quarterfinal set between Beastie Cutie. That final game was on 4 lakes as well. If you haven't seen that match, you really ought to check it out. It was a little bit nutty. It was a fantastic game. One of the best I've seen actually in Age of Empires 4 in a while. And same Civ, same player. Will we see some craziness, some shenanigans? Quite possibly. We'll need to see. But Wham playing as a French, a solid pick on probably all maps, to be honest. You can't really go wrong with the French often. With their faster working town centres, their passive eco bonuses in terms of cheaper camps and, you know, all the rest of it. And of course, they have a really heavy feudal age aggression in terms of army, both land and water. That has to be considered, because we are playing on 4 lakes, which, as the name suggests, there are 4 lakes. And of course, contesting these waters is incredibly strong as the French in feudal age, even as early as feudal age, because of the access to the Hulk ship. But it can be a bit of a stretch to be able to push both on land and waters. That's what makes this map really fascinating to watch. We can see a lot of villagers on wood there for the Chinese, of course, we're expecting that because he's going for the fishing ships. The old fishing chips. The fishing ships gathering the fishing chips. No dock there for Wham just yet. I take that back. It's on the north. It's in the north pond. It's in the north pond. And yeah, we might be able to see some really aggressive play here for the Chinese, because the thing about this situation for Wham's base is gold is relatively exposed, all things considered. That can happen on maps like 4 lakes. And so I wouldn't be surprised if we see a lot of villagers going forward for a Barbican rush. I mean, 3DB's done it before, I'm sure he'll do it again, and he's done it in high stakes environments before as well. That's what I feel is incredible about B, and his sense of composure. In high stakes games, he pulls out the strategies that are off meta, they're risky but with high reward, and obviously in that kind of style, that must be very nerve-wracking, but 3DB must have nerves of steel to be able to pull those off. And Will we see a repeat of that today in this second matchup? Not sure. We'll have to watch and see how it goes. But there is no gold being collected by 3DB, which is a little bit of a curious one. He will be collecting tax for the Imperial official, of course. But a little bit awkward on that front. A little bit early, really. He's getting the fishing ships out. 10 villagers on wood. He's supervising that as well. So that wood count will be really, really strong here for 3DB, that's for sure. Let's take a look, actually. Let's take a look at the income per minute. It's almost double. And when you consider... Well, he does have almost double the villagers, though, to be fair. So, yeah, kind of makes sense. Scouts there annoying the dock on the south pond. Now he does go for the gold. He's collecting tax, I believe. Yeah, he has been collecting tax from the lumber camp. Replenish that lumber camp Wymer's nice neat position there on that wood line. 2 villagers on gold to get himself up to the next stage. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. 4 minutes on the clock. Scouts are still being annoying on the dock. B decides to bring his scouts back home. Push that away. And yeah, we're in a position now, ladies and gents, that we're waiting for rank 2 or season 2 of Ranked Ladder. Looking forward to it. Hope you guys are enjoying the ranked seasons, and if you play it. If you're not and just more of a spectator, hope you're enjoying the casted games that we're getting through today, and also on the channel. Covering a lot of the Road to Redbull Wololo Legacy. Really excited about the tournament and the main event, and particularly this matchup. 3DB wants to get to the finals, I'm sure, and getting to the main event is not going to be easy for both these players, but getting to the final of these July weeklies will certainly help their cause. Scouts doing their old dance around, you know. Villager going on the south side for Wham. He is looking to get that dock up. We discussed it earlier. The French can be really strong in that way, but I don't know. Has he got textiles? It looks like he's got textiles, actually. No, he doesn't. He doesn't have textiles. That's a problem. The wolf might kill this villager. That's a big problem. Wham might lose this villager for free. Oh, he just gets away with it. Okay, so the worker manages to survive with 5 HP. That's actually a big deal at this stage of the game, although the French do produce villagers faster, but still. Can you get the sneaky dock up? It's not so much the villager dying, it's more about the timing on the dock, and that's a lot of fishing ships that will be at risk for 3DB. You're gonna have to be careful on this one. Going up with the Imperial Academy, playing a bit more greedy, no shenanigans this time around, no Barbican Rush. School of Cavalry for Wham, as expected, has now shifted 4 villagers onto gold, so we'll be able to pump out those knights relatively soon, once it does get up to the feudal age, and scouts just cycling around. Seem to just looking to see what kind of damage they can get. Alrighty. Just a gentle reminder as well, if you are enjoying this series and the cast games, do give the video a thumbs up, it really helps the channel. And I'm hoping to make this more of a regular thing. I've been doing a lot of casting recently. It's been great because, you know, organisations like EGCTV hosting tournaments like this, it's really propping up the esports scene for Age of Empires 4, so it's pretty cool. Doing fantastically well on that front. We're really happy about that, really grateful for their input and their support of the game. And so, big shout out to them. Outpost is going to go down there for 3DB, looking to deny anything that comes out. But, you know, Hulk ships are going to be there. He's actually getting a Hulk? Yeah, he is indeed. It's an incredibly strong attack ship. That's going to be a problem for 3DB, you feel. Let's just have a look. 3DB is getting a junk, though. He might need a couple of those. He's getting another one as well. There is an outpost there. That's actually quite nice because he's going to kind of try and pin him in, but I'm not sure if a junk and a garrisoned outpost is going to be enough. We'll need to see. There's the Hulk coming out, and the junk getting in between the dock. Trouble is, the junk is going to get sniped pretty easily. Got villagers there might be able to help him heal, but how much how much HP he loses? It's absolutely insane. He's going to have to back off there. Even with 2 junk, it's probably not going to be enough. He's going to need to take an effective fight near the dock, and this is going to be a problem for 3DB, you feel. Mission ships starting to go down. One has gone down already. This one's being repaired, this junk. But it's going to get destroyed quicker than it is repaired. Second dock going down for 3DB. It needs that investment. Well, that's quite lucky that Hulk didn't shoot the weak junk there, or did the second time around. That goes down. This is looking rough, because Wham is going to be able to ball that Hulk back. He's going to repair with the villager. We often see that being done in Age of Empires 2, but the Hulk will probably focus down on the villager now. There are 2 docks there. Saying that, another fishing ship will go down. The eco is being damaged heavily here. Nothing going on the north pond. There is a villager going there, but the scout notices that this is bad for 3DB. He's losing a lot here. He's losing the villager. He's losing the water here on the south side. Does have two scouts that... Oh, this is quite key. If these two scouts can actually take this dock out, that'll be important to stem the flow here. Because there are double docks and 3 junks here. So 3DB holding on to this pond as best as he can. Lost a lot of villager fishing ships, but overall, losses have to be felt if he's going to maintain this. That Hulk might get back to the dock and get repaired. No, go forward with the junk. He needs to get those there. Ooh, the village actually managed to get the dock up there in the end. Nice. Oh dear. Hulk is still alive, guys. No. There are 2. Yeah, you can't take the fight really. There are 2 Hulk there. Now this one's going to repair to full health. That's so much value from that attack ship. 4 junks there now. Super high investment for 3DB, but it kind of needs it. He's going to get a junk on the north pond and going to look to try and deny these fishing ships, but I'm sure the Hulk's going to come out as well. This is where the French are so strong actually in 4 legs. We haven't seen them played that much. We've seen a lot of Rus, we've seen a lot of Holy Roman Empire. It's the first time we've seen the French, I think, or one of the first times. Actually, it's probably not the first time, but one of the first times. Junk is out first before the Hulk though, so we'll be able to take some of the fishing ships out, especially without the micro. Not putting them back. And the dock is still pretty good health there. Keeping the junk alive there nicely, 5 of them. Might be able to take this Hulk down. That would be key if he can, because that's a huge amount of investment. Let's take a look if he does manage to get rid of it. It doesn't seem like he will actually. Oh no, he will. Because the Hulk is not going to the dock, and it should have been. Okay, 1 Hulk down, and I think get the feeling 3DB probably will want to back off there. Actually no, this is not fully healed up, so this is a good fight for him to take. Might lose 1 or 2 jump. Oh, this is a bit of a miss micro there. Yeah, he should have been focus firing on that one, and he is now. The Hulk will just about go down before... No, I think the Hulk's going to destroy. Yeah, 1 junk does go down, maybe even a second. Hulk goes down, and now Wham is under pressure on the dock. I don't think he's even going to invest in another Hulk. He can't really. And now that south pond will be free for 3DB to take, but 3DB not able to do as much damage as he would want on the north pond. He's keeping the fishing eco idle. We'll lose another junk there on the north side. Outpost. Oh, sorry, the dock will be taken down. In the meantime, got a lot of villagers on gold here for 3DB. Maybe looking to get a fast castle. They're probably not, because he is investing in the hardened spearman upgrade as well as a stable. Looking to make the fuselage extended, I suspect, because whilst he is gathering gold, he is getting production buildings down. Arch range going forward as well. We didn't see much use of a knight. I'm not sure he even made one there, Wham. Left side, there's the Barbican of the Sun. Song Dynasty has been activated. This is actually a really nice spot because this offers a bit of protection to expansion on the left side on the fish there. The key issue is this. Wood, gold, deer. And this is a lot of gold to be protected there. 1,200 gold. Sorry, 1,200 gold. 12,000 gold, that is. That's a lot of gold. Spearman going forward. Hardened Spearman going towards the north. Or the map. Maybe look to actually siege down the dock if he can get there. There's the guild hall. So I'm looking to kind of expecting a long game here. Going up to the castle age. B, not very close. Of course, he's going with the Song Dynasty approach. So we'll be having more villagers. 42 to 40. I should say that actually. He hasn't got more villagers. Primarily because of the French bonus of faster working town centre. Despite being Song Dynasty, he's actually still behind. Obviously, got the Song Dynasty a bit later. Whereas the French TC bonus would have been working right from the beginning of the game. Spearman going to push the villagers off of stone. Wham doesn't have enough stone for that second town centre. So that's going to delay his second town centre somewhat. Villagers off of gold being pressured off now. Will reduce the amount of knights that can be produced, but really, what Wham will want to be doing is getting those archers out, which he is starting to do from the archery range. But he's going to lose a lot of spearmen here if he's not careful. He does deny the age up, or at least delays it a little bit somewhat. Of course, it will only be just a delay. 17 villagers repairing that now. Scout running into the Barbican, so Wham will know all about that. Yeah, only 4 fishing ships there for 3DB. But a lot of fishing ships have gone down for Wham as well, so relatively even on that side. No player of... Oh, okay. Wham's expanded to the right side, the right pond, and 3DB's gone to the left. The Hulk's clear that up. 2 junks there still though, so 3DB doing well to keep up the production. Third one coming out. He might be able to take an effective fight against this Hulk. If both of them fire. Come on, man. No, not like this. Okay, then he realizes 3DB now. He's going to focus fire on the Hulk. Exactly what he needs to do. What is going on? No, 3DP, what are you doing? I was looking to focus fire on the fishing ship, but the fishing ship survives anyway. Holy smokes, that's pretty rough. Kill the fishing ship. Oh, do something. Feels a bit rough there. Now the Hulk's going to repair, and you get the feeling that these two junks won't be able to manage it now. Might be able to take down in time, but we'll see. It's going to be a close one. Oh my god, it's going to be a very close one. Oh my god, doesn't manage it. He pulls away. We need to repair that up. Does have another junk there on the front line. Hello. B. Pulls that away. Takes a lot of significant hits there. The reason why he's getting a bit of micro problems is because he's actually raiding here in the north corner of the map. Looking to raid that wood line. Bam. Just trying to get some walls up there. Getting another lumber camp. Trying to get away from the spearmen. The spearmen are going to harass the villagers on berries. A couple of horsemen as well. So whilst Wham is in the castle age, he's kind of struggling with the pressure. There's an outpost going there for 3DB. It's just a bit surprising. Just get the feeling that Wham isn't able to afford things he wants to. The knight will start to raid, or at least start to charge at the two villagers. There are arbitrary there as well, so I'm not sure these villagers will get the outpost up in time. They do build faster, but looks like it's going to be a doubt outpost. No, the villagers do go down. Two villagers lost there. But the North Pond is actually under control for 3DB now. That's actually incredibly strong. It means the fishing economy is not going to be as booming as it could have been. West side pond and south. Oh, that's a lot of fishing ships there for Wham. Two ponds very heavily populated with fishing ships for 3DB. Let's take a look at the income per minute. That's 700 food. Still less than Wham though, all things considered. Army dives into the town centre. Quite a lot of gold there for 3DB. Rather surprising. Eco balance not necessarily where he wants it to be. He needs quite a bit more food. Needs to refresh his lumber camp as well. Holy moly. A lot of fishing ships though, so I'm a bit surprised about the food income, expecting it to be a bit higher than it actually is. Outpost going there, so 3DB going to play the longer game now. He's going to start walling up. This is actually quite relatively open, but they'd have to go through the Barbican and the Sun, which is not ideal if he wanted to get through. Two villages as well. It's a bit precarious because if this does get pushed, these two being taken out by the French will really severely pop cap 3DB. Knight rushing in. It's probably going to take out this village. Yeah, there's definitely no textiles, and that's a bit of a problem. These are castle age knights now, I believe. Let's take a look. Yeah, it's a veteran royal knight. It's going to be more difficult to deal with. 3DB facing up against a two-town centre French build, and that's important because that's going to be a faster production of villages than the Song Dynasty. 82 villages for B, 71 for Wham. So B has pulled ahead because he's on the Song Dynasty for quite some time. He's going to go up to the castle age. Let's just see what landmark he's going for. Probably. Wait, what? Okay, now he's put the landmark down. There it is. It is the astronomical clock tower. He's going for a second town centre as well. The two town centre Song Dynasty will probably be faster than the two town centre from the French. 15 minutes on the clock. Things could go either way here, but 3DB will hope that it goes his way because he needs to even out the set to have a chance to go into the finals. Three knights cycling around just to see what damage they can get. Village is quite heavy on stone still for 3DB. Maybe looking to get a keep on the field. It looks like Wham is doing the same. Quite heavy on stone. It'd be important for Wham to get a keep actually, because if he builds his archery ranges and stables around it, he'll have a significant discount on that. Textiles now is coming for 3DB. He's also getting the fishing upgrade, drift nets. This increases the gathering rate of fishing ships by 15% and the carry capacity by 20%. That's actually certainly going to help his economy. Knights are now looking to do some damage. We discussed it earlier, well not earlier, but we've discussed it before in the channel that when you age up, that's usually when you're at your most vulnerable, and I'm trying to make that pressure count for something, but doesn't really manage to get too much value. Does have an outpost on the front line in the stealth forest for that extra vision. Walls going up here for 3DB, securing his position on the west side is super important in terms of how much gold is there. Quite a lot of fish ships there, not as many as 3DB's though, because 3DB has 3 ponds here, that's the issue. So the game going long is not a good thing for the French here, because 3 ponds to himself, that is a huge amount of... Oh my god, 3DB, really investing in this pond. 29 fishing ships there. 103 for 3DB economy, 81 for Wham. That's where the economy is coming from. It is the Song Dynasty in one level. It's also just the sheer number of docks he has. Surprising about the passivity here. Yeah, Wham is saving up for a keep. Has enough now. It's probably going to go forward with a keep. There are arbitrary and knights on the field. 3DB doesn't really have that much military. That's a bit of an issue. Only 32 military. Oh, to be fair, it's got more than one. Where the hell is his military? Oh, they're here. They're waypointing back. Looks to be palace guards and horsemen. And a lot of golden food being banked up at Wham. There's the keep going on that wood line. That's an issue. I think 3DB sees that, does he not? Yeah, he sees that. He's going to have to do something to address it. Possibly. Okay, well, his reaction is to add another 2 barracks. He's already got a lot in there. We'll look to really spam out his palace guards. 8 barracks. Oh, the knights are going to dive in. Villagers are going to be off of wood, but obviously he doesn't need wood for palace guards, so overall things not too terrible for him. He's going to get the upgrades as well, getting military academy, iron undermesh, and bloomery. Bloomery is certainly going to help his cause. He needs to deal with the arbaletier though. That's the perfect counter. The arbaletier is going to be a perfect counter for palace guards. Get the feeling we need to see some more horsemen for 3DB for his chance to be able to stay in the game. A lot of villagers on gold there, right for the taking. Knight's going to dive in, take out the Imperial official. Good snipe there. The palace guards do try and rush in. They're not getting too much value. They're being kited left, right, and centre by these crossbows. They're one-shotting them. It's looking very rough here for 3DB. Look at the economy as well for Wham. It's incredibly strong with the food count. On the right side, there's a forward keep going for 3DB on the town centre. But we'll do some villagers because that has been garrisoned with 10 villagers. I'm not sure if this will... It will go up, maybe. I don't know. I don't want to call it. The villagers are going to start fighting as well. I think it will go up, but with a severe amount of casualties. Oh my god, there's a knight involved. This might not go up. Holy moly, this is a big doubt castle if the knight does its job in it. I think it will. I think it's going to be... Oh my god. Oh, this is close. This is close, guys. This is close. This is close. I don't think he does it. Oh, he does it! He does it! Only just. That was so close. Went down to the wire. I think the villagers were... These guys were torching the keep. I'm not sure why. Villagers have to back off now, but the knights are cycling around, getting a lot of value. Arbaletier just picking off these palace guards. Palace guards can't get him close. He needs horsemen here. He needs horsemen desperately. Continuously producing palace guards. That's not the army he needs. Look at the food and gold for the French. Maybe have to afford Imperial Age relatively soon. Wedge Rivets comes in. 3DB is struggling. He's certainly struggling in this game so far. Take a look at the economy. They're 119 versus 90. Just get the feeling that if 3DB can survive this, he might have a chance. Palace guards rushing in do clear out the arbaletier, but not very cost effectively. And it was large, massive palace guards. Now the palace guards need to do some damage. They can. This keep is not in an ideal position for him, but having the astronomical clock tower will help his cause. Be able to produce siege units on the field in the form of trebuchets. Looks like Wham is gunning for the Imperial Age. He's almost there. Needs a bit more food. He's already got the gold he needs. We see a bit of a raid here with lancers on the right side and spearmen. So this base is going to be kind of preoccupied. Palace guards rushing in as well. Keep offering a very good staging ground to attack from. No relics in yet for Wham, despite having a monastery. Game is starting to heat up, ladies and gents. Lancers cycling through. They're going to get through, walling up there by Wham, just to try and narrow the choke point and the ability to raid for 3DB. Outposts going on the front line as well. Lancers taking a decent fight, taking some villages, taking some veteran Royal Knights, but does need to back away now, you feel, because there are arbaletier coming in, as well as Royal Knight assistance. This outpost is soaking up a lot of fire from the keep. That's an issue because there's a lot of villagers here on wood. These guys are going to need to move once the outpost is destroyed. Spearman Palace Guard is the army of choice for 3DB at this point. Pushing forward, there is the College of Artillery for Wham and the French. College of Artillery produces Royal Artillery siege engines which do 20% more damage. Oh, that's the problem. Once this outpost goes down, you get the feeling that villagers will be under attack from the keep, and that's going to be a problem for the wood economy. Yeah, I was going to refresh the lumber camp. Or does he not have sight? I think he was actually focusing on the barracks now. I think Wham doesn't have, Wham doesn't have line of sight, and that's the reason why the keep can't attack the villagers. No line of sight means no bueno for the attacking. Palace guards looking to take out some of the key infrastructure, but there's knights and arbaletier coming in. 3DB needs to pay attention to this. He won't want to lose that army for free, and he might do just that if he's not careful. Game is heating up. You get the feeling that 3DB is starting to pay off in terms of his food income. Let's take a look. Income per minute. Yeah, look at that income per minute, ladies and gents. Almost 3,000, 2,500. Wait, what's going on here? No! Wham! Your fishing economy is completely idled, and I don't even know why that's the case. There's nothing... What is that? Oh, right. Oh, wow. Okay, that's an issue. 3DB idled because he managed to take out the dock with the military there. Nice snipe there. He's going to try and snipe this dock as well. The fish ships will be back to work again. Could have a really big drop-off of food, but not if the dock gets pushed again. I think, does he see that? Does he actually see that? He does see that, I believe. Going to push in the center anyway, in any case. Going to fight against the Arbitrator. And not the most cost-effective fight. There is a Royal Cannon on the field as well, with the outpost with the Springald emplacement. That dock is going to offer a bit of opportunity here. There is also a demo ship there. These guys, are they collecting still? Because that's an issue if they're not. I think they're not. I don't think these guys are idle, but they don't look idle. They're not showing up for WAM maybe. Oh, no, they are. They are indeed. They're just not dealing with it. A lot more to deal with on the front lines, I suspect. He's being pushed hard now by Palace Guards. The food income with 3DB, and look at the gold income as well. The Song Dynasty, 3 docks, 3 ponds. He's going to rush with Palace Guards. He doesn't even need any other units at this point. Look at the economy. You get the feeling 3DB saving up for the Imperial Age as well, and he's using this as a smokescreen. He's using this attack as a little diversion. It enables him to breathe, enables him back home to boom away, and then look to get to the Imperial Age. He's going to keep their WAM, but that's not going to go up. There's lots of Palace Guards there. That's very optimistic by WAM. It might go up because of sheer numbers, but more Palace Guards joining the fight probably won't. That's going to be a down castle. Let's take a look at the villagers. 76 for WAM. WAM in trouble here. WAM in significant trouble. He's going to lose these villagers. He's not going to be able to get the keep up. Palace Guards rushing in. They're coming in one by one, trickling in more. Villagers will be going down. I'm not sure if he's even got... He has got textiles, but will it be enough? You get the feeling it won't. Villagers are dying quickly. And down to 70 population for WAM. 179 for 3DB. The Song Dynasty is really kicked off. The keep will go up in the end, but not without casualties. Oh no, will it go up? Oh, the keep doesn't go up. It's a down castle. I take it back. It was so close. Oh, it does go up. There was one villager. There was one villager. Okay, he's got it there. Holy smokes, that's a large fishing economy. He's probably going to need to delete some of those fishing ships to free up population space for his army. That's a big keep position for WAM. He needs to stop trickling in units here, 3DB. Going to use the trebuchets now. Has 2 of them. They're clock tower ones, no less. On the left side. That's where WAM is getting gold from. A lot of gold there as well. I'm surprised that WAM hasn't addressed the situation about the dock in the north. There's no military to protect that area. Oh, there is a junk there, I suppose. Trebuchet is going to take down the keep. There is the Imperial Age for 3DB. 3DB looking to get strong now. He's going for the golden left side. That's huge. WAM's not realised he's not putting the villagers back, and he is now, but he's going to lose a couple on the way on the right side. Again, Palace Guard still pushing in. He's lost 2 trebuchets to the Royal Cannons. The French pushing that back now, and you just get the feeling you're going to need to have some astronomical clock tower bombards for 3DB. Outpost is there. Will be a lot of villagers coming back home now. Slowly but surely, WAM is being suffocated in his own base. Relic's being picked up as well behind this, and I think that's going to be for the Chinese player played by 3DB. 3DB pushing ahead now. There was a period in the game where he was under a lot of pressure. Could have been under a lot of pressure when WAM was in the Imperial Age, but 3DB held on, and now the superior economy is going to kick in massively. Let's take a look at the fish ships. They are now working on the right side. They've been corrected and fixed. They went back to work, but they were idle for so long, and now WAM does have a decent number of arbitraria and cannons. So that could be enough to push this back, because it is Palace Guards that's going for. I think if you see a horseman switch, that could be the end. WAM. We don't see such a horseman switch just yet. A lot of outposts is what we see. But look at the resources count, guys. 3DB is almost population cap. He's got enough for Imperial Age again. A little bit insane, actually. Yeah, I think if you're 3DB, just flooding now could help. Just flood with the units and replenish them. It's going to get population cap so soon. 153 villages, holy moly. There's the sacred sites being captured. Constant gold trickle, and there is the relics coming into that monastery. 2 of them so far. That's 200 gold plus those sacred sites, 300 gold per minute. Incredibly strong here. 3DB looking to get a game back to make this 1-1. To try and make it a best of 3, push it to the 3rd and final game to see if he can get to the finals of this July weekly. Northwest corner of the map. Sacred site has been captured by 3DB as well. Alaskar is going to rush in. Try and snipe the siege, I suspect. They do have torches in their hands. Will they be able to get through? There are villagers maybe close by. No, there aren't actually. To repair. Yeah, villagers being pulled, but he doesn't get to save that one. We'll be saving the second Royal Cannon, you get the feeling. Yeah, a lot of villagers repairing, yeah, but that's an issue. Palace Guards still flooding in. On the east side, another group of Palace Guards going to try and rush. They do get the pick on the crossbows. They'll be taken down quite badly, those under the keep, underneath the outpost, and by the counter unit crossbows. Looking kind of rough. There is contestation of the sacred site on the west by 2 knights. These guys are elite French Royal Knights. You get the feeling crossbows might be needed soon for 3DB. He's got the resources he needs. He's got everything he needs. Holy smokes, 75 population for WAM. 196 for 3DB, 199. You get the feeling WAM is under a lot of pressure. The economy is so strong for 3DB, and I think he knows it. You get the feeling that 3DB can just bleed the resources dry on the map, and WAM's going to struggle. He's been on one town centre for quite some time now. The second town centre has been taken down a while back. Gold being taken as well on the front lines by WAM. That's going to be relatively exposed. If Palace Guards rush in there, he could be dead. Crossbows. I say crossbows, but they're actually arbaletier, elite arbaletier. In front of the cannons, going to snipe those Palace Guards very nicely. Gold being taken on the north side as well. 3DB not leaving any resources untapped here. Royal Cannon trying to do some damage, but there's just so many Palace Guards now. Palace Guards going to rush in, and you know, 3DB won't be minding losing units here at all. He's going to be able to replenish very, very easily. We see Arbaletier looking to try to deny the gold villagers, but actually you get the feeling B doesn't mind. I think he's just killing fishing ships here in the south. Killing something. All I know is that he probably won't mind losing villagers. He's going to mine as much as he can. Look how much resources he's got. He's going to continue production. Bombards on the field. Palace Guard's going to run in. Bombards does a decent amount of damage there. Palace Guard's looking to get the surround. Bombards taking out the archer range, and then it'll be School of Cavalry most likely. The western sacred side is going to be camped by 3DB. There is a bombard. There is a cannon there near the town centre. WAM calls it. He taps out. 3DB draws and evens out the set, and a very, very justified win there because he had so much map control. He had 3 of the 4 ponds. Had a lot of fishing economy. 3DB pulls one back. He's looking to secure a position in the final. But there is one more game. It all comes down to the last game, and that's coming right up. Here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the final game for the semi-final matchup between 3DB and WAM, the winner of whom will go to the finals. And we've got 3DB in the south corner of the map, playing in blue as the Abbasid dynasty. In the northeast corner of the map, we've got WAM playing in red as the Delhi Sultanate. The map is Lipini, and that explains why we've got both civilizations that really favour the berry patches, because you get extra berries on this map generation. You get the feeling Delhi have a strong position, especially because of the sacred sites. If you can actually kind of wall this up, although it's actually on the wrong side for him. So sometimes on Lipini, you actually get really nice generations of the sacred sites, really close to each other. 2 of them usually quite close to each other. But sometimes they can be on the right side of this wall, but on this occasion it's actually on the opposite side. It's actually closer to 3DB in this scenario. So 3DB could actually wall these sacred sites quite nicely to prevent WAM getting a hold of them. And of course, sacred sites incredibly strong and powerful for the Delhi Sultanate. He may look to just consolidate his position on the left side and at least try and get one of the sacred sites nice and early, but we shall see what he decides to do. Going for the gold now, mining camp, to get that gold income to get up to the next stage. As we can see, wheelbarrow survival techniques coming in for WAM, the free technologies. Going for the mosque before lumber camp. Seems to be 2 approaches for the Delhi Sultanate build these days. Going for the mosque before the lumber camp, or going for the lumber camp first, and then the mosque. There's the House of Wisdom for the Abbasid dynasty. The landmark building that enables them to get up to the next stage. Of course, they don't need to build any other buildings in order to get to that next stage. Be interesting to see if we see a 2-town centre play for the Abbasid dynasty. Could be quite strong. I feel like that could be the play here in this matchup. 4 villages on gold. Expecting to see wheelbarrow coming in nice and early because of that. Or 3DB. Just the 1 scout for 3DB. WAM actually opting for 2 scouts, going for the extra sheep as much as he can. And I really like that play. We see that a lot more nowadays in terms of the meta. Establishing, having 2 scouts, really effective on maps like this. even when there are less sheep on certain maps, just making sure that you deny your opponents sheep is also really powerful, and it means you can be a bit more greedy. You can have that safe food income to always come back to if you need to. Speaking of safe food income, these berry patches right at the back of Wham's base, incredibly safe. It's a really nice spot for him there. There's the Dome of the Faith. That is the landmark of choice for Wham and the Delhi Sultanate. Again, no surprises there. Building it up with 4 villages, sorry. Long distance chopping wood. Of course, we expected that because he didn't get the lumber camp. Got the mosques first, and we'll be getting piety coming in as a second upgrade. He's got efficient production already, Wham, and so we'll be able to garrison scholars in any production buildings to effectively have a double up on the production building. Do you see the economic win coming in for 3DB in 10 seconds? Then no doubt fresh foodstuffs will be coming in, which is a fantastic upgrade for the Abbasid dynasty. Reduces the cost of producing villages by 50%. You see some villages going to stone. That's actually a really rough spot there for 3DB. So far forward, that could be denied quite nicely if he doesn't get enough villagers on there early. Scouts there, looking to harass that position. There are 2 scouts there. Abbasid dynasty have pulled out the villagers from the gold, so he is getting wheelbarrow, as we expected as part of the build. There's only 1 scout for 3DB, bear in mind. Building an archery range. There is the feudal age for Wham. Getting those eco upgrades now. Forestry coming in relatively soon. Sanctity as well being researched. Sanctity is the upgrade that enables the scholars to capture the sacred sites before the castle age. So basically in the feudal age. And the sacred sites generate 50% more gold. 4 villagers on stone there for 3DB, so he's not going to be able to rush this up. We'll see if he gets enough before being harassed off. Do we see the production buildings? We do indeed see a stable. This could be a problem for 3DB. He's sending more villagers now. I think that's really the right thing to do. He needs to make sure he gets that 300 stone so they can get that position secured and just be able to pull off the villagers on there, because it's very exposed. Oh, it's actually a camel archer that 3DB is going for. Going for the expensive units. These guys are very expensive. 180 food, 60 wood. They do take quite a lot of time to produce at 35 seconds. Now the really nice thing about this unit is that it's really mobile, as you can see on the tooltip, and it's durable against ranged units, effective against all cavalry. They do bonus damage to spearmen and causes enemy cavalry to deal less damage. But obviously the negative is that it does have a high cost. There's that camel archer on the field. 4 villagers remain on stone. Should be able to get enough stone now for the next town centre, but struggling on the wood slightly. Wham looks to be moving forward now. He's going to ramp things up in terms of military, getting a barracks. As you can see, he's got a little 1 there. 1/1 means that that's been garrisoned by a scholar. Effectively operating out of 2 stables now. Second camel archer comes out, and 3B looking to have expensive units. You're going to need to micro these as well, because if he loses them, that's a problem. These are very expensive units to lose. Okay, barracks going down. Like to get some spears out on the field. Horsemen being sent forward. We'll see where the second town centre will go for 3DB. Lacking the wood at the moment. Where could he possibly go? Maybe actually looking to secure the gold scenario. Won't really need to do that. It's not a major urgent concern for him. Of course, in the feudal age, you don't really need that much gold. You just need much gold to get to the next stage. There's no gold unit to be producing here, really. I think by getting a town centre there, it's rather far forward, but it would secure the deer and a wood line. Would he be going for that further forward there for the berries? Probably not, but you never know. Could consider it if he's got the army in control. Let's have a couple of spearmen now on the field. Will we see some walls coming out for Wham? Setting a spearman on the west side, sacred site, as we kind of explained, that's probably the best bet in terms of go forward for the scholar. Scholar not being sent forward though, we'll be getting sanctity relatively quickly. A bit of a surprise there. Yeah, he's going to send that scholar there now, I suspect, on the left side. That's exactly what it's going to do. Yeah, town centre goes on the bearers actually, and he does go quite far forward. In fact, doesn't go towards the woodline. It goes even further forward than that to protect the sacred site. Holy moly, wants to secure that position. 3 camel archers, 2 spearmen on the field. 3 spearmen rather. spearman there for Wham. As we said, he is actually going to wall up this right side as well. So this is quite a nice touch by 3DB. He's going to secure this sacred site, deny his opponent from getting that, and ease up on that win condition, possible win condition for Wham, of being the sacred site victory. Slowly making some headroom on the walls, but those walls are denied by the camel archers. That's actually really nice there for 3DB. Nice, those walls. Incredibly important. He might even send a couple of camel archers this way, and that's exactly what's happening. Then the camel archers here, going to look to snipe them. The scholar should go down relatively quickly. I don't think the sacred site will be taken. Needs to focus down on the spearman first. Be careful not to take a hit. Doesn't take a hit. You can see the bonus damage doing so well there. Going to get a couple of hits from the horseman, but focusing on the scholar there. Now we'll be backing off, I suspect. Actually, he's going forward. We'll need to be careful not to get too many hits though against the horseman. He might lose this unit for free. Not for free, but rather cheaply. Sacred site's denied so far. That's actually really important. Wham not being able to use the bonus that the Delhi Sultanate get. And it's all because of a couple of camel archers. We'll be going down on the right side now. Does have a couple of spearmen heading that way. They should be able to get the walls up, but we shall see if 3DB reacts to that. It's got a lot of army here now, Wham on the field. Quite a lot of army. 22 versus 11. It all comes down to the expensive units that 3DB is producing. Can't produce as many. Now these walls will go up and the sacred site will be captured on the right side. Wham, the gold income will start to come in. Camel archer harassing the villagers on berries. Might be able to pick one potentially. Ooh, they do a lot of damage, don't they? I wonder if he's got a blacksmith. It feels like he does. Doesn't actually. They do quite high output damage, don't they, these camel archers? Holy moly. Guess it justifies their cost somewhat. The left side still pretty open there. Horseman numbers are really starting to build up there for Wham. Focusing on the food age, 3DB struggling to get the numbers out, unit numbers. But he will be getting there soon. Right side is sacred site taken, nice and secured now. Behind with the palisades. Scout looking to just push some villages off of gold. It's interesting that he was going for gold in the first place. Looks like he's opting to go to the castle edge relatively soon. Get that tech advantage. But second town centre now, meaning that the economy will be rocking and rolling. Let's take a look at that. 41 villages for 3DB, 33 for Wham. The advantage is slowly building up and Wham needs to be careful about that. Oh, this is a big fight here for 3DB. He needs to pull away from that. Can't take that fight. Oh, he will be able to take the fight with the spearman though. Spearman coming in at just the right time, but not really getting involved. Hardened spearman upgrade comes in. Perfect timing as well. That will be pushed back somewhat. Looks like they're going to contest the left side now that the right side is fully walled up and secure. Second stable. I was going quite heavy on the stables, guys. 3 stables there. 3 stables, 2 barracks and an archer range. So 3DB not looking to go to the castle edge at all. He's going for the upgrades. I suspect that's what he was on the gold for. I don't see a blacksmith just yet either. Yeah, left side of sacred site will be going up. A lot of army here to protect and get those walls up. So now 2 sacred sites on the field for Wham. That's an issue for 3DB. He may need to address that relatively soon. Might have to go down the middle instead. Might be looking to go down the right to siege that wall. I'm not sure if he sees that there is a palisade wall there at all. Doesn't know that there's a palisade wall there just yet. But he will find out soon enough. He's going to opt down to go to the middle. I suspect he probably clicked. Yeah, what can happen if you play Age of Empires yourself, if you click on the opposite side of the wall where there's no pathway for your units to go, they're trying to find another way around. I suspect that's what's happening here, yeah. The spearmen are being brought back now by 3DB. He realizes that there is a wall there. Left side of sacred site is now in possession of Wham. Going to be getting 300 gold per minute from the 2 sacred sites. That will help him get up to the castle age, which is getting quite close to, it has to be said. Villagers going for another town centre. Holy moly. Heavy macro approach here for 3DB, a 3rd town centre. Can't blame him. He's only spending the amount of resources you need for 1 town centre at the moment. Ooh, a big raid though on the 2nd town centre. Villagers getting pushed off. It's a bit of a commitment here. He's going to lose some villagers, but he's going to lose some horsemen as well. There are archers on the field for 3DB. That's the issue. The archers there for Wham rather. Going to be pushing the army here for 3DB. Needs to be careful not to lose too much of those spearmen. That spearman mass is going to be important to fight the horsemen. 10 villagers garrisoned in and idled. Outpost going on the stealth forest. Looks like Wham's going to pressurize the middle part. That's going to be the focus of attention, but get the feeling that with Wham looking to get to the castle age now, that's going to be key because he's going to go for the House of Learning. Going to be upgrading his units. Mostly honed blades is what is what they often go for. The technologies. It's going to be barracks. There's going to be man-at-arms play here. Certainly going to be man-at-arms play. That's going to be a problem for 3DB because with feudal age army, he's not going to be able to do too much about that. Try and siege down this palisade wall to decap that sacred site. And now the army pushing in for Wham. Trying to get some value on this town centre. Nothing garrison there. No army there at all really either. Army pulling back now is keeping a horseman there just to decap that sacred site in the meantime. But the difference here really is, I feel, is the archers. And that is the biggest threat to 3DB's army here. He's got a lot of spearmen. There is the Castle Age for Wham. That's going to give him a large tech upgrade, and there is going to be a fight here. You get the feeling that 3DB probably wants to take this fight actually. I think 3DB would be happier of the two to take this fight because these units aren't upgraded, and 3DB were happy to force the issue. In fact, I think Wham is throwing here. There's no real reason for him to take the fight. I don't know why he is. Doesn't have enough archers. The spearman going to wreck the horseman. This is a big fight. Wham is throwing this. 3DB pushing the issue, and 3DB taking the best engagement he possibly could. Castle Age comes in for Wham, but he lost all his army in the meantime. And this is a cardinal feature of Age of Empires and the series itself. When you get your upgrades to the next stage, you've got to keep your army alive so you can upgrade them and make that attack advantage count. But now he's lost all his army almost. 17 army for Wham, 41 for 3DB. 3DB looks to be pushing this in feudal age. He's going to do a lot of damage here. He's going to do a lot of damage. Even being able to take care of... I don't know what that is. It's just a spearman. Anyway, big fight here on the front lines. Not Palace Guards. Man-at-Arms do come out. But there's just a sheer number of units here are going to overwhelm it. Look at the number of spearmen that 3DB has. Going to be taking relatively effective fights. Camel archers as well, going to make these horsemen do less damage. I think camel archers played a big role in that fight as well. Can't be underestimated, and this outpost going down will be a big problem. Denies the berries. No arrow slits there, and the armor's going to start to flood through. Armor's going to maybe go there on the left side to decap that sacred site. Thinks better of it. Might need to just send 1 or 2 units to do that. In fact, he's going to focus on the front line. He's going to deny the gold here. Wham, looking in trouble. 3DB pushing ahead there with the feudal age army. Horseman did cycle around the north. Yeah, looking to deny these berries. Very smart play by 3DB. Looking just to get some value wherever he can. May even just look to try and torch down these buildings. You can see the number of scholars producing. Or garrison inside the production buildings, but will it be enough? You just get the feeling 3DB could get some siege out here. Doesn't have the wood to do so, but he can build rams for free, considering, well, not for free, but he doesn't need siege engineering for it. Siege engineering is free for the Abbasid dynasty. Tries to get Wololo Wham, 2 scholars there, tries to pick up some villagers, doesn't quite manage it, and now those scholars will be under pressure here, trying to wall them in there. 3DB doesn't quite manage it, there is a gap there, manages to wall one of them in, and there's the GG! Wham calls it. 3DB progresses to the final. He takes the win with the 3TC boom with the Abbasid dynasty against Delhi. And that all came down to that Castle Age fight. Holy moly, that Castle Age fight was huge. 3DB pushing in the feudal age and securing his spot in the finals, which we'll be covering in the next casted video. If you want to see that grand finals of the Road to Redbull Wololo Legacy, click the main middle end cast screen now. It'll take you straight to that video. Hope you guys enjoyed this casted game. And I'm really looking forward to the finals. See you there.